Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and I want to thank you for joining us on this Monday, April 25th. We have an informative show for you today. First, we're going to be heading down to Little Theater of Owatonna and talking with the director, Sandy Hardehagen, of the latest production, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And then we're going to be interviewing Mark Krug and Fred Ventura here in the studio on the Human Rights Commission, so you'll want to stay tuned for all of it today. To our viewers of the Owatonna Today Show, we welcome your comments and suggestions regarding programs, guest topics. If you would like to give us your suggestions, please email us at owatonnatoday@charter.net or contact the show's producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. Now, we will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be on location at Little Theater of Owatonna, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I play the Cheshire Cat.
And I'm Whitney, and I play the Red Queen in LTO's curtain production of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, directed by Sandy Hardehagen and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland will be held Friday and Saturday, April 29th and 30th at 7:30 p.m., with the matinee on Sunday, May 1st at 2 p.m.
And again, the following Thursday through Saturday, May 5th, 6th, and 7th at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Don't miss LTO's production of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're on location here at the West Hills Auditorium, home of Little Theater of Owatonna. And we're going to be visiting with Sandy Hardehagen and some of the cast on the upcoming play, The Adventures of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And this is Sandy Hardehagen, the director. Hey, Sandy.
Hi, thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here. Let's talk a little bit about the show coming up. First of all, when does it open?
It opens April 29th and 30th, and that will be a Friday. In a couple of weeks here now, we're still working on everything. And it also goes May 1, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay. And one of those, there's this, the first, I believe, that's a matinee, correct?
2 o'clock matinee. It's a good time to bring the short-legged people here to come see it. It is a kid's show.
Okay. Now, when you say it's a kid's show, it means there's a lot of children in it, and it's for the family, correct?
That's correct. I've been told there's only about 2 directors who do children's shows around here. I'm one of the 2, and one of our cast members, John Terrell, the White Rabbit, does children's shows too. And about a year or so ago, somebody came into the library when I was working and said they were disappointed because there wasn't a children's show this season. And so I got to thinking about it. One thing led to the other, and Alice's Adventures kind of popped in my head. I've never read the book, so I was kind of curious about it too, and what goes on. So that's how I ended up with it.
How many plays for children have you done?
Only about 5 here in the past maybe 6 or 7 years. And lots of the kids, we have 29 people in the show, and I tried to promise to my costumers and my makeup people to keep it under 30, so I did, because I'm known for having a large cast and crew, but I like having shows with lots of kids in it. And
did you decide the show just because it's Alice's Adventures of Wonderland, or how did you come to pick the show?
I went through a lot of shows. At first, I kind of wanted a show that had a lot of boys in it because I haven't done with just a lot of boys. Lots of times it's girls. And it just kind of popped up, and somebody told me that it's the 150th anniversary for Alice. I thought, well, that'll work in here too. And I don't know, I just led to that one. It has a lot of characters, I think.
And what has been your biggest challenge with this production?
Seriously, it's having everybody here the same night. There's always somebody gone. And it just makes it harder. But we have time, and I think they're all settled in with the schedule, and we're going to get it. We always do.
You have quite a crew, too. Cast and crew, total number.
Total number, I have no idea, but I know I made about like 90 thank you notes so far. I'm working on that, so that tells you we have a lot. But our crew is amazing here. We get along together, we work well together, and I give one idea to Naomi Jurley, who's our artist, and she'll just kind of go with it, and we get people to help. And that's pretty much under the direction of Deb Seth. She's teched with me before, and she gets a lot of people. There's the cast, and then there's everything else under the tech.
Okay. I'd like to meet some of the cast here, if I could. Would that be all right with you?
Of course you can.
Okay, thanks, Sandy. Yep. Okay, and then over here we have
John Bedell. I play as the Frog Footman.
Okay, and John, is this your first show here at Little Theater of Owatonna?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and how have you enjoyed it?
Oh, it's been so much fun. I just can't wait to perform in front of the audience for the first time.
And are you on stage a lot?
Not really. I'm in like 3 scenes.
And what's been your absolute favorite?
It's just that just being up there, just performing, that's all.
Okay. And do you like your role?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. Well, we look forward to seeing you. We're going to visit with some other of the cast, okay? Okay. And we're here visiting with, what is your name and what role do you play?
My name is Sam Bugler, and I play Tweedledee.
And your name and what role do you play?
I'm Ashton Jensen, and I play Tweedledum.
Boy, oh boy, we have D and Dumb. Oh, I'm in trouble. Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about your role. What do you enjoy most about it?
What I enjoy most is getting to work with Ashton because we work so well together, and our part is just really funny.
Do you play off one another quite a bit?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And what do you like the most about your role?
Just kind of the community and everybody that you can work with, like Sam. So.
Have you tried on your costumes yet or seen your costumes?
Yeah, we have. They're pretty great.
What do they look like?
I think that's classified. I can't really tell you.
Okay. Okay, Tweedledee. Do you enjoy your costume?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You can move around in it and everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is this your first show on the stage?
This isn't my first show.
Okay. How many have you been in?
This is my second.
Okay. And are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it very much.
Good. And how about you? How many shows have you been in?
This is my second. I was in one with him earlier this year, The Christmas Carol. So.
Okay, all right. What is it that you enjoy about theater that keeps bringing you back?
The community. It's really nice and fun.
So you like all the people you meet here and whatnot. Have you learned a lot?
Yeah, I've learned how to act better. Okay. Good directors. Mm-hmm.
Right. And what's been your biggest challenge?
Talking louder, I guess.
Okay. And what has been your biggest challenge?
I'd have to say talking louder and facing the audience more.
Great. Well, we hope to see you back on stage, and we wish you well. We're going to visit with some more, okay? We're here visiting with 2 more cast members, and your name is?
Katie.
And Katie, what role is it that you're playing?
I actually have 2. I'm playing the White Queen and also Alice's sister.
Okay. And over here we have?
Alice, and I'm Caroline, and I'm playing Alice.
But that's a good slip. Most directors like when you say your character, I'm Alice. Means you're really getting into it, right?
Yeah, we hope so.
So you have quite a big role in the play. You go from the beginning to the end. And how many productions, Caroline, have you been in here at Little Theater?
I think this is my 6th.
And out of all those, do you have a favorite?
I would have to say Fruitcakes, and that was, I think, 2009. Okay.
And what has been your biggest challenge with this show?
I would say being delivering the lines with a differentness in each line so that it doesn't kind of get redundant with each, like, the same voice inflection.
To try and adjust with the emotions in the play and what's actually happening at that time. How do you achieve that?
Well, I think of Alice's character and what she is overall, and so that some of her overall character comes in, not just the specific emotion that she's feeling at that time.
Great. Well, let's find a little bit about your two roles. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Why don't we do Alice's sister, since you just got done talking to Alice?
Okay, I never knew Alice had a sister.
She does.
Oh,
Go
my.
figure. I know. I play her older sister, who is a little bit more... She's just older. She's lost her sense of wonder a little bit, but Alice, you can tell, really loves her because she talks about that a few times in the play. And I'm a little more boring, kind of, but I am who wakes her up from Wonderland, so there's a plus in that, I guess.
Well, everyone can use a sister, so that's okay. And what's the other role you play?
The White Queen.
Okay, and what does her role do? Or
I'm a little loopy, to be completely honest. She's the one of the flowers calls her, her petals are a little shorter. So she's just a little cuckoo sometimes and has a little bit of a hard time deciphering what reality is. And I have fun with it, because who doesn't want to slightly bend reality all the time?
And go for it on the stage, because you can't always in life, you know.
No, exactly.
So anyway, let me ask you, what's been your biggest challenge in the show?
I think because she's a queen, she's royalty, so it's the making sure you're still continuing with royalty while still being odd, because she goes in and out of the sense of, I'm a queen, oh wait, but no, and her imagination kind of runs away with her. So being able to portray that to the audience that's where I'm struggling a little bit, but hoping it gets portrayed well.
So when you have to be funny, it's hard being a queen.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that what you're saying? So Caroline, why don't you share with our viewing audience when the show opens and the dates?
Okay. It opens on Friday, April 29th, and then it continues on to the 30th, and then May 1st, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And May 1st is a Sunday, a matinee at 2. And the box office opens on April 25th.
So be sure and get your tickets online or at the box office, and enjoy all those in the community that are going to be coming to see the production of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Okay, well, we will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. So please stay with us.
Hi, Eric here from Owatonna Senior Place. Participate in one of the many active fitness classes we have, or hop on the bus for one of our great day trips. We have a variety of programs and activities happening throughout the week. Our goal at Senior Place is to create positive moments for you at a reasonable and affordable price. Don't forget the Senior Place Partnership Program, with over 40 businesses giving discounts and incentives to you for being a Senior Place member. Contact us for more details. Live full, live well, live long.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
I'm Deb Gillard. And I'm Shawn McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Assisted Living and Memory Care,
where we provide optimum living activities to keep our residents engaged in life.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
At Triumph Graphics, we think beyond ink. That's why you should make us your source for creative concept, design, print, mail, and web. Check us out today at triumphgraphics.com.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're here with two members, the chairman and the vice chairman of the Human Rights Commission here in Owatonna. Welcome. We have with us Mark Krug and Fred Ventura.
Good morning.
Mark, why don't you, for our viewers who may not know you, tell a little bit about yourself and...
as you said, Mark Krug. I'm the current chair for the Owatonna Human Rights Commission. I am an educator and a professional administrator. I have been with the Owatonna School District, and I recently have ventured out on my own to begin an educational consulting business.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Fred, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, currently I'm the vice chair of the Owatonna Human Rights Commission. I've been living in Owatonna for 34 years now. I extensively volunteer in different projects in Owatonna, and the Owatonna Human Rights Commission is one of my biggest passions in town.
And I'm sure they're glad to have you.
Oh, very much.
Mark, why don't you take us back to when the commission started? What year did that begin?
The commission was initially begun in 2000. The City Council adopted a resolution declaring that they wanted to have a body that would be representative of trying to secure for the individuals in Owatonna the basic human rights and equal opportunities in housing, employment, public accommodations, public service, and education. And then to just in general work on trying to improve the human relations, conditions, and environment in the city of Owatonna.
A question I had too is how do they choose their commissioners?
The commissioners are chosen by the mayor.
Okay.
The mayor nominates or selects an individual, but we are approved by the city council. I'm not aware of anyone never being approved by the city council, so I'm sure the mayor does a great job of vetting. But there is a formal process. The mayor does have to select someone, but then we do need to be approved by the city council.
Fred, why don't you share with us what the mission statement is for the Human Rights Commission?
Sure, I'd be happy to. We do have a mission statement, and I'd like to read it. I'm not going to read all of it, but I will read a good part of it that we all developed at the Human Rights Commission. The purpose of the Owatonna Human Rights Commission is to promote the acceptance of cultural diversity in Owatonna, to promote the elimination of hate, prejudice, and discrimination against persons or groups based on race, gender, or religion, or other statuses of the person or group, to educate the community on issues of discrimination and cultural diversity, and of course to advise the City Council and the administration on human rights issues.
So having said that, Mark,
it's a big one.
Yeah. Having said all that, how does it all work in say a transition or an issue were to arise?
I think the main emphasis of the commission for much of its history has been more on that educational aspect and that promotion of human relations. And so there have been many activities that the commission has endeavored to take over the past 15 years, 16 years to try and do more of that education. A number of years ago, we did a group of meetings of the community called Crossroads, where we brought different members of our community together and we would try and talk about issues of race and talk about issues of discrimination and issues of concern. We worked with a group out of Rochester for a couple of years that tried to help formulate these conversations. They were not as well attended as we would have hoped, but they were attempts on our part to try and get out there. So the educational aspect has probably been our greater emphasis. We support various activities. Earlier this year, there was a art exhibit here at the Arts Center that promoted the Muslim culture, the Islamic culture in the state of Minnesota, and the Human Rights Commission was one of the sponsors and supporters of that particular activity.
So you're in education.
That's been our emphasis, but as you know, as Fred read the mission of it, we do try and help advise the City Council, and in that we do try and bring issues. If an issue is brought to the Commission, we will try and discuss it and see if there can be some forwarding, so to speak. But we're not an enforcement agency.
Correct. But if someone had an issue and needed help, would they contact the Commission?
Yes, they can contact the Commission. And there has been various times, I could think of 3 or 4, that someone would call us, and like Mark said, and I agree with Mark, we are not an investigative unit like the state of Minnesota's Human Rights Commission, but we can research it. We can meet with the people, hear what they have to say to us, and then we can take it to the next level. Next level meaning we could go to the city administrator, talk with her, get her input, and as Mark mentioned earlier, yes, we could bring it to the City Council, and even so far as go to the Owatonna Police Department and say, this is what's happening, this is the issues we're hearing, what can we do to help the group or the person. So yeah, we do have a certain amount of leeway.
Okay. Now, as long as we're at your side of the table, Fred, why did you become a commissioner?
Well, to be honest with you, in 2006, I was approached by Mayor Tom Coons to serve on the West Hills Commission. I served for 6 years as a commissioner. I loved it, but it was not fulfilling enough for me. Then I took a break after my 6-year term, and I was approached by the mayor again to go on the Human Rights Commission. I felt that more in line with my community activities, going out into the community, meeting people, make them more aware of what we as a commission have to offer them. And we've, I think, done an excellent job of doing that, all of us. And so I have the passion for that, very much so, to help and serve people in our community.
And Mark, how did you find your way on the commission?
Well, I originally found my way on the commission because I was a member of the administrative team of the Owatonna School District. Traditionally, there's been a member of the Owatonna School District on the commission just because of the, that's the one place where all of our community has to come together. In other aspects of our community, we do create pockets of influence, so to speak, or pockets that we're comfortable with. But the school district is the one place that everybody has to come together. And so the commission and the mayor, in his wisdom, thought that it was important to have a representative from the school district, and so that's how I initially got involved. It is a passion of mine, however. I would not have gotten involved if I did not believe in human rights. I've spent 30+ years in working in special education, so I've worked with disenfranchised, I've worked with marginalized people for much of my professional career.
And you both have worked in the community a long time and know our community. What are some of the challenges facing human rights in our community, Mark?
I do think there continues to be a great deal of need for education. We continue to be ignorant of our neighbors. We continue to not have a full appreciation of the experiences, of the knowledge, of the rich heritage that our neighbors can bring to our community and help our community to be. It's a great community, but we can be better.
And we all have a need to share about ourselves. And so I think what I hear you saying is just being open and willing to listen and befriend or somebody that may need to share.
And I know that Fred has been quite active in going out into the community and promoting the human rights, and I think his perspective may align, but he might have a little bit more to add about.
Yeah, Fred, what are some of the challenges you see in our community?
I think the biggest challenge that I actually see is changing the perception of our citizens in Owatonna, that we have to be inclusive, everybody. We all have to be inclusive. So it's just changing the perception that's extremely difficult currently in the community. But I agree with Mark's analogy. You know, we really have to go forward more vigorously to change that perception.
And so you know that that's needed.
It is needed, right.
So what are some of the short and long range goals then, Mark, of the commission?
Well, one of the activities that we're doing is we're in the process of hoping to put a mural down along the river, and that would be a visual representation of our community. And so one of our commissioners, John Warden, has been very active in trying to promote that. And then there are other educational endeavors that we're hoping to do.
One of the things we do every year is the Martin Luther King Breakfast. I love that to death. Every year we sponsor that, and we've had excellent turnouts over the last 10 years that we've been doing it. So yeah, that's a big one, the Martin Luther King Breakfast.
Okay. So if anyone had any questions about human rights or how to reach out with the Human Rights Commission, could they contact the commission? And
yes, there's an
we have
email address.
Yeah, and not only human rights, I just want to add, it's also civil rights. Okay. So we cover both human rights and civil rights.
Okay, and so anybody can reach out and help. They can just call, and you kind of could guide them through that, or even go with them.
We meet the second Tuesday of the month, At 5:30, we do have an opportunity for open forum.
Okay.
And so we'd love for the public to come and join us.
Do you want our email address?
I believe so. If,
Okay.
Leanne has it on the screen, so see, she's just
Wonderful.
Well, thank you for taking time out and visiting with us today
Thank
and
you for
educating
having
us
us.
on the Human Rights Commission.
You should come visit us at
Appreciate
one of
it.
our meetings.
Okay.
Thank you.
We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. So please stay with us.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rich from Sign Pro and Auto Trim Design, a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. Come and see us for all your sign and truck accessory needs.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection, and it's that time for community announcements. We have a lot going on in our community during the last days of April and beginning in May. So the City of Owatonna and Steele County Environmental Services invite the business community in Owatonna to join us for a discussion about stormwater and your facility as the county is making updates to the local water management plan. Your input on priorities now will help create a plan that can be used in the future to apply for grants that can save you money on stormwater infrastructure expenses. Please join us for a brief input session on April 27th, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Steele County Administration Building in the boardroom. And then there's a family festival coming our way on Thursday, April 28th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Willow Creek Intermediate School, 1050 22nd Street Northeast. No registration necessary, and this event is free. So if you want more information, you may call 444-7900 Community Education, Roosevelt Community School. And Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is opening April 29th and 30th with a matinee on May 1st at 2 p.m. and then May 5th, 6th, and 7th its doors will open at 7:30 p.m. LTO box office opens Monday, April 25th. And Good Shepherd is holding a supper and a variety show on Saturday, April 30th. The hot dog and toppings buffet supper will be at 5:30 with the variety show beginning at 6:30 p.m. and proceeds from the fundraiser will be used to finish the gathering area. Good Shepherd's located at 2500 7th Avenue Northeast, and tickets are available at the church office. If you buy them in advance, they're $6, and if you buy them at the door, they're $7. So please join us on Wednesday when our guests will be Engaged for Life Seniors and Caregivers Expo, and we'll be down on location at the Masters Bar and Grill at Brook Tree Clubhouse. So we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Have a good day.